what I think is the best case you can make for contemporary music. If you guys who've been going through the Psalms, you know that a common theme in the Psalms is singing a new song. And that's kind of a verse that every traditionalist dreads coming up. But Psalm 33, sing a new song to him, play skillfully, shout for joy. Psalm 96, sing a new song to Yahweh, and tell of his salvation day to day. Again, there's that theme that I talked about a little bit last time of music is often in the Old Testament reaction to specific historical redemptive acts in history. And so there's a sense of, if there is God really acting to save his people redemptively in history, then you need to create new music as that is happening. And so the Psalms seem to be saying, well, let's do that. Let's create new music. Psalm 149, praise Yahweh, sing to the Lord a new song. And then Isaiah 42 has a long treatment of this. Sing to Yahweh a new song, his praise the end of the earth, and so forth. So it would be difficult to explain that away. It would be difficult to say that that doesn't have any force on us. I think it's probably one of the best arguments against exclusive psalmody, that the Psalms seem to be urging you to replicate them as a model. So that would be, to me, a very simple biblical case. I'm not a great exegete. Maybe you can all poke holes in that. But more interesting to me is the fact that throughout church history, this is point B, music has always been contemporary. And a lot of people would go to Gregorian chant as a model of not contemporary music, of very traditional music. But I would say that Gregorian chant, which is what I mean by when I say Carolingian chant, Gregorian chant is a great example of the church creating new music at a specific time. The old legend is that St. Gregory did it because the Holy Spirit tweeted in his ear in the form of a bird. But presumably, if we doubt the veracity of that tale, this is something that sort of gradually came about in the 8th and 9th centuries. The interesting thing is that almost immediately upon Gregorian chant becoming ossified into a repertoire that stops changing, you immediately see throughout Europe people creating what are called tropes and sequences. Tropes and sequences are a form of chant where you're basically going to take an old chant and you're going to expand it, or you're going to put another new chant on either side of it. You'd even have very strange music that we'll look at on Thursday, where some singers would sing the chant extremely slowly, by which I mean one note would take about 30 seconds. And then other singers would sing at the same time on top of that faster music. This is called organum, very famously. If you were looking for something to give you a good case for why we should just do old music, Gregorian chant's the worst thing you should look at, because they're constantly creating new music. They're not content with the old repertoire as such.